going on, everybody? Welcome back. This is MP with MP Talk Sports, and tomorrow the New England Patriots will be playing the Miami Dolphins down in Miami. Now, right now, Miami is favored in this game, but not by much, it's just by 1.5 points. Last week, Miami and New England both lost their games. We lost to the Raiders 20-13, and Miami got absolutely embarrassed by the Colts. Their final score was 33-8. But going into this game, everybody knows that Tua has never lost to the Patriots. Tua owns the Patriots. He's never lost to them. But I did find out that Tua has never beaten a team that has been coached by Vrabel. So Vrabel knows how to compete against Tua, which should scare Tua. Because that last week they just looked awful. Tua and the whole Miami Dolphins team just looked awful. Tua went 14 for 23. He had 114 yards, one touchdown, and two interceptions. Miami gave up 156 rush yards and 272 receiving yards. Miami didn't score a touchdown until 6 minutes left in the game. Their drive sequence was interception, fumble, punt, interception, turnover on downs, and touchdown. HN led them on the ground with 7 carries and 55 yards. Tyreek Hill led them in receiving with 4 receptions for 40 yards. So overall, an awful game for Miami. Awful game for everybody on the team. Wasn't just Tua, but for us, Drake May went 30 for 46, 287 yards, one touchdown, and one interception. And we gave up 56 rush yards and 362 receiving yards. Our drive sequence was punt, touchdown, missed field goal, punt, interception, punt, 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 punt. 4 punts in a row, field goal, and then a failed onside kick. So after that interception that was in the beginning of the third quarter, it just seemed like, obviously everything went downhill from there. After that interception, we had 4 punts in a row. And it just seemed like everybody just looked uncomfortable. Drake May looked uncomfortable. He didn't look confident. He kept second guessing himself. And also, we had that questionable decision by Vrabel to not go on it on fourth down. Granted, it was a 4th and 10, but that came after a Will Campbell false start, which it was originally a 4th and 5, but that made it a 4th and 10, and Vrabel still didn't want to go for it on the fourth down, which obviously people thought that we should have. I thought we should have. We were down in that game. There was like 5 minutes left. Should have just went for it on 4th and 10, but what do I know? Travion Henderson led us in rushing for had 5 carries, 27 yards. Kayshawn Booty did great. Led us in receiving. He had 6 receptions for 103 yards. So that's a big difference from Tyreek Hill's 40 yards. But I mean, I hope that Travion Henderson gets some yardage on them this week. He only had 27 yards last week, but I feel like he's going to be a big guy for us. I'm a huge fan of him already. I just hope that he gets some yardage on them. I mean, Miami last week gave up, 156 yards on the ground. So we got to get Travion some more touches. He needs to grow his confidence, and he's going to be a great guy for us. We're going to miss Gonzo again this week. Still dealing with that hamstring issue. He still hasn't practiced, I think, since the end of July. But Keon White is also out with an illness. As of right now, Harold Landry, Kayshawn Booty, and Christian Ellis all questionable for the game tomorrow. So I am worried about how Miami is going to be wanting to come into this game. So they got wrecked last week by Indy. So this is their home opener. They're playing against the Patriots, who Tua has never lost to. They're going to be coming in to this game pumped up. Now, I don't know how much that is going to affect anything, just because last week the Miami Dolphins did not look like the Miami Dolphins that they have been in years past. Not at all. Not at all. They looked awful. So how much is that their pumped up energy? How much is that actually going to be affecting the outcome of this game? I mean, they want to prove themselves after that horrific loss. But we should also be going into this game pumped up. We lost last week in our home opener. New coach, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, Drake May in his second season, and we lost. I mean, it wasn't as horrific as Miami's loss, but our first half was acceptable. It was the second half that was just awful. I'm obviously hoping for a Patriots win, but I do think that it's going to be close. I mean, as long as we can force some turnovers, we don't go backwards, especially in crucial moments. This should be a close game. It should be. I mean, I also thought that we were going to beat the Raiders, no problem. But after how Miami looked, I mean, after how we looked, hopefully it's going to be a close game. We got to put some pressure on Tua. We got to hold up Tyreek and Waddle. I mean, as of right now, I do believe Waddle is also questionable for this game. But again, as long as we don't go backwards, we make smart decisions, we put pressure on Tua, which was what he was crumbling with last week. Put pressure on him and hold up Tyreek and Waddle. We should be okay. So I also think though that Drake May needs to be confident, and we should be good after that. We should be. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know what it was last week, but he definitely obviously had some confidence issues after the interception last week. I mean, we were doing okay, but that interception followed by 4 punts in a row, it's just not good. Just not good for us. And hopefully this week is different. Historically, the Patriots, we don't do good in the heat down in Miami, but thankfully, this is early enough in the season to where it's not that cold here in New England just yet. So obviously the humidity and it's going to be hotter down in Miami, but it's not going to be too much of a shock right now as it would be, in November, December. So I'm hoping for a Patriots win tomorrow and it should be close. So if you like my videos, please like and subscribe. I'm MP and this is MP Talk Sports.